I'm Johnny Garage Johnson, and this is Hardcore Garage. Welcome to Hardcore Garage. Man, what a fabulous day it is today. Friday is on us again, guys. I know you love the weekend. I just thought I'd jump in here and give you not really an update, but I know a lot of people out there have smaller garages, and they're pretty much just like limited to working with the climate that exists. And while I'm doing this Klearz building, we got one of those Mr. Cool units, and I just wanted to show you guys and give you a little tutorial, I guess, about the install. I didn't record any of it. I just want to talk to you about it, and might be something that is very useful to somebody with a smaller garage or even a bigger one. Honestly, I don't know exactly how large these units go, but I think I have about $1,200 in this one here, and it heats and cools up to 500 square feet. So totally worth it, man, to not be sweating your balls off or freezing cold or having to smell kerosene. So let's check this out, guys. Well, there she is on the wall. It comes in 2 boxes and a remote right there. This inside light's going to really screw with this, but what you do is it gives you a template that you stick up on the wall, and you're basically you need to hit 2 studs. If you look, there's a stud there and a stud right there coming down the wall. They line up perfect, 24 on center. And then you'll drill a hole on this lower end for all of your line set and your power wires. That's where my power wire originally came in, and we had to pull this piece of drywall, drop it outside. So that's basically your first step, is to slam that template up on there, drill your hole for your line set. The thing is, it may take a little bit of measuring, because depending on the type of siding you have, you don't want to hit on a joint or on a high side of the siding or whatever. You want to make sure that you come through on a flat section of siding. Right there is where my hole was. You can see I missed that rib just barely after measuring and measuring and measuring again. And for some dumb reason, I decided I was going to make it easy and put the electric that I ran through right in that same rib, which prevented me from having this pipe go down nice and straight, which they do make a cover that kind of looks like a gutter that would have basically just covered all that, and it would have looked a lot nicer. But this works, and there's the outside unit. I did buy the extra bracket that mounts on the wall here, so I don't have to sit it on the ground. Your line set comes through there along with your power wires. Power wire is actually, I'm sorry, control wires, not power wire. Your power wire comes out of here, runs down this seal tight here, comes into here, and then your control wires you hook in here and then run back into inside. And your line set has these quick release. I can't even show. Well, there you go. Maybe you can see it there. They have these quick release fittings on them, and they are pre-charged. Actually, I don't know that they're charged. I feel like it's a vacuum, not necessarily a charge. That way, when you do plug them in, it sucks whatever stuff into them, and there's no air. And I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. But yeah, we mounted the unit first. Just make sure you get everything all nice and level. And there was plenty of you can see there where my has self-leveling feet. I had to add these in there because of the ribs. You also have a drain pipe coming out that runs into this bundle, and a second drain right here for the bottom of this thing. And it even gives you some little rubber pads to mount it. So let's walk back around here again and go inside and turn this thing on so you can hear it. It heats, it cools, it does it all. All right, here's the remote. We just click her on, and I've already got it set for 65 degrees right off the bat. I couldn't catch it quick enough, but this little vent, there you go, it's moving right now. It adjusts because of the heat, and there is some adjustments on here. I don't remember exactly which ones they were, but you hit mode, and then you can adjust that vent that goes up and down, and there's also vents inside that go like this. So it's constantly spreading the heat or cold air throughout your room. Now it's going to take a couple of minutes for it to kick on, which is scary when you first put it together. You're like, oh, is it going to work? But you'll know that it's at least working when you have this up here. Oh, I feel a little bit of air coming through now. It's going to be heat at first because that's what I put it on. But can you hear it? Just barely. Now there's a little bit of vibrations because that outside unit is mounted to the building. But I still thought that was better than ground mounting it. My only concern now is ice sliding off my roof. I'm probably going to buy one of them like cheap acrylic awnings to put back there just to be safe. But that temperature there, I believe that is the temperature that I want it. No, that's the temperature that it's supposed to be trying to reach. And I think it may flip-flop. You can set that for the temperature of the room. Like you want to know what the temperature is in your room or the temperature that you want it to set to. There's so many options on that thing as far as on the remote and stuff. So that is a very cool thing. I haven't even learned all the stuff in this remote, on this remote just yet. I've just learned the basics. You can, and I don't think it's necessarily like a normal, not mini split. What would you call it? Just like a heat pump, because I've never had it not running, if that makes sense. Even when it reaches the temperature, it still runs the fan. So I kind of feel like it's going to continually run all the time when you have it on. And it says that it's easier to set it. If you want cold, set it to cold. You want hot, set it to hot. And instead of just trying to set it to a temperature. And I'm not exactly sure why that changes, but that's the only thing I know as far as what I've read is in the summer you want it just on AC, and in the winter you just want it on heat and go off that. I can't really tell you as far as electric bills go just yet if it's made some crazy impact on the electric. I don't think it's going to be very bad. That thing will do 500 square foot, and on the outside dimensions of a 12 by 24, that'd be 288 square feet. So we're probably, with insulation and walls and all that stuff, I bet you we're 250, 260-ish. So that should be plenty. It'll just be matter. And also with this room being super insulated here, when I run that thing up to temperature and I turn this off, when I come back in here in the morning, it hasn't dropped but 10 degrees. So that's awesome. Let's see. It says 63 already. I don't know if you've seen, the vent is actually pointing straight down towards the ground right now, which is probably the best bet for your heat. You want your heat to go as low as you can and rise up. And then I also have my mega ceiling fan there for whenever it starts to get kind of warm in here, or I know that it's been running for an hour. There's got to be warmth air up in the whatever you want to call that, the ceiling. So I turn that on. Mr. Cool. Yeah, you can definitely feel the warm air coming out now. It's actually coming out down here, not up here. I don't feel anything straight here. About right here, I start to feel it. And I can feel it all the way down. 64. And here's another thing. See, it's really only 61 in here, but that thing's a little bit off. Barely any noise out here either. Now, being that it's like 60 some degrees outside, I probably don't need the heat on. So let's turn that off. Put it on cool. 65 is probably cool enough. But it's not cool in here. Oh, well, I don't know why it just said 18 up there. What does that mean? I've never seen that one before. So I've got it at 65, which is weird because we were just trying to heat to 65. So I don't know what it's going to try to do. Probably not good for the unit. But I'd like you guys to at least hear the air conditioning running outside. Let's just bump this temperature down a little bit to 60 is as low as I can go. I still don't know what that 18 meant. Maybe I need to read the manual a little bit more. Okay, you can see that the flap is adjusted now too. it's not pointing straight down. It's pointing more straight out, and it's got some cool air coming through there. It's bumped back up to 66, and I set it on 60. Let's wait a couple minutes, and then we'll walk around back, see how much louder that is when the AC is running. It's currently not doing anything outside, and I'm wondering if, because of the temperatures in here, like I said, my real temperature is 61 in here, and maybe it doesn't know what to do. I know the AC works because I've already used it before, and I just saw a 2 degree temperature drop. It went up to 68, and then we're back down to 66, and I can feel the cold air all the way back here. As soon as that kicks on, I still don't hear anything outside. Be sure that outside unit has to kick on for air conditioning, right? I'm no HVAC guy, just like I'm no mechanic. Oh, we are on. It's got a very pretty blue fan in there. It looks wild with this digital, but yeah. It's maybe a little louder than it was for the heater, but not much. So there you go, guys. If you are trying to, I'm going to turn this thing off, give it a break. And when you turn it off, that vent closes up by itself. But yeah, so if you are looking to try to heat and cool a small space, a large space, I'm sure there's other mini splits out there, but I just wanted you to know that it is a doable thing. It's not too hard. I am like one of the most anal people when it comes to stuff like this. I freak the fuck out right off the bat, and and I figure it out slowly, one step at a time. That's what you got to do, is break things into pieces and parts, man. Get you one of those. You can get them. We got this off Amazon, $1,200 and some dollars. That was even shipped. I don't think it was. I don't think it was $1,300 total with shipping and everything. It may have even been free shipping. I can't remember. My wife has Amazon Prime and all that stuff. Anyway, I know Lowe's had them, but they didn't have the 9s. They had the 12s. The 12s were like $1,700, $1,800. Woody actually has one that runs his whole house, not the garage, but you can add on to it and have different units in different areas like this, right? I can't even do it like that right there. You'd have a couple of these units in different parts of your house or garage or whatever you wanted to do. I like it. I like the idea. Hopefully this was at least partially informative. There is tons of these install videos on there, so I don't think that you guys really need to watch me stumbling around trying to install this thing. It honestly took me probably 3 days, just barely any on each day. One day was trying to plan everything and freaking out and thinking this, and then having to go and buy this and get another mount and blah, blah, blah. I honestly want to say you're probably looking about 6 hours, maybe, probably not even that, honestly, if I would have just like timed everything. Drilling a hole in a new building is just mad anxiety inducing. So that was my main thing, is I measured and walked around here and measured some more and measured on the inside, measured on the outside, tried to figure out the difference based off other holes that I drilled in the backside for the vents and stuff like that. But I got it. I know you guys can do it too. Anyway, let's just be done with this video. It ain't about trucks, and who cares? I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Friday! Keep on trucking.